Okay, you all, let's come in for this whatever day of the week it is. Wednesday night live stream. Um, just looking at some things now that I am in front of my laptop and getting back settled and unpacking at home about the economy as I've always studied the economy. Let me get this microphone a little closer. I always keep in contact with the economy and what's going on. And so the government is continuing to raise the basis point. They're saying they are quote unquote fighting inflation. I just left Dominican Republic, and gas there in U.S. dollars was close to $5 to $6 a gallon when it's in the United States dollar. Now, I had someone from Texas say, "Well, Queen gas is only $2.97 here." Or $2.80. And in my opinion, um, if you think that's an inexpensive gas price, then you really don't understand economics. When you're knocking at $3 a gallon gas prices, and just a year or two ago, we were, or even when Trump was president. And again, I know what's going on with Trump, and but this is just an example. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I am pro me and my household, right? Because I understand that as the economy is going to make this shift to central banks digital currency, people with lower income will continue to vote Democrat because they need that government support. And one of the things that I heard, one of the top income leaders from India make this statement. He's over a deca millionaire, earned multiple millions monthly, right? Multiple millions monthly by doing network marketing. And this is another way that I would highly advise, right? I don't tell people what to do, but highly advise people how to survive and thrive in the recession that you have at your disposal that you can do. And it's just sharing financial strategies with people that are who want to maybe become a millionaire from a paycheck, who want to get out of the rat race per se, who want to stop trading their time for money, but want to start putting their money to work for them and them not always working for the money. I think it was who was that famous um that song, I work hard for the money. Who, let's see. And we have to get out of that mindset. Um you have to get in the mindset of having the money work for you. I know Donna Summer is like the lyrics or the writer for that song, but you have to um, get out of that mindset that it's normalcy to work hard for the money. You have six-figure income earners right now who are living paycheck to paycheck. So people, you have to elevate your thinking, and this is why that I am highly suggesting that you all stay tuned with me about an elevation training with personal development, mindset development, because a lot of times people just need a mindset shift, right? Just need a mindset shift. Hello, Miss Howard. How are you? And what I mean by this, I'm reading this book. Why should white guys have all the fun, right? I was reminded of this book today because I'm thinking about or contemplating about how people that have a paycheck can transition, can um, position themselves to now enter into seven-figure status, right? After being around multimillionaires um, and seeing how they do a Monday morning, where most people, unfortunately, they are stressed when they wake up on Monday morning and have to go to work, or even if they are retired, that they have just the basic minimal to live off of in retirement, that their retirement funds is not enough. And, they wait till they get the age of getting is it Medicare? I think it's the name at 62, and they have to live a very minimal lifestyle, right? A very minimal lifestyle that's based off of what they can earn, the health services they can get in Medicare. God forbid if they need better health professionals provided to them and higher health care amount, then Medicare does not provide you the best of professional care or doctors. And so people are kept within the confinements of what they, what their money and their benefits, even in retirement age, can afford. And I'm experiencing this in Dominican Republic and on a Monday, where most people, including myself, the most I've ever been out the country has been on a cruise, right? Never flying out, never traveling out. It's just been on a cruise, my daughter and I. And at the time when I was married, we did those type of things. But, want to just expand what I'm doing on a higher level, meeting people globally and seeing more parts of the world and seeing different cultures and seeing things through a different lens. So we are in the day that people are thinking that $2.98 or $2.90 gas is a great thing. But let me show you something that is a great thing. The combination of combining silver, God's money, God's currency in this economic reset with artwork. Having artwork is a long time wealth builder. Rich and wealthy people put cash into appreciating assets, right? Rich and wealthy people do not trade a lot of their time for a little bit of money, right? And so you have the artwork and silver, which because of the shortage of silver and copper, when this economic reset happens, it will double or drive the prices to new all-time highs. So you have the opportunity, right? You have the opportunity to take advantage and position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer in human history. Now, notice I said opportunity because it is up to you to take advantage of that. Excuse me for hitting that screen. It is up to you to take action. It is up to you to learn. This is very simple, but it's not easy because most people do not have a financial education. They don't understand that not putting your cash into appreciating assets now more than ever is the enemy of your financial success and your financial peace. Right? Your money, people, is going to make someone wealthy. The question is, who will it be? Will it be you? Or will it be the people that know how to take money and put it in income producing assets? Now, me, I love to put it in income producing assets that both build appreciation as well as cash flow. I prefer cash flow first and then appreciating second. However, when you can get silver with the artwork combined, right, for under $40, that's just like the easiest and most simplest decision you can make, especially when it's limited mint, because you have things, you have the scenario of supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. And as the inventory is low, the price or the value will be high. All of these silver coins are limited mintage and they have the artwork built right inside of it for under $40. And you can get as many as you want on auto ship. You have Mickey, Disney. With Mickey, this is the friendship, limited mint. Again, things you look for when you're converting your cash into assets and income producing assets is the limited mintage. They also have, for the higher thinking mentality people, you have limited mint of only 333. This is the figure 8 dragon and rabbit high relief coin. You all, China is making plans to take over. This is the year of the dragon. This is the year of China making its moves to be the financial powerhouse and getting other countries to join and collaborate with them. I love studying the ancient Egyptians, and you have the cat goddess, silver round. I have a troy ounce of this, right? Antiquated, ultra high relief cat goddess, and half a silver round. So just go to the website on the link on my screen. Of course, you have gold. It's a reason why the word God is one letter short of the word gold, G-O-D and G-O-L-D. You also have the currency, not the new currency. Bitcoin has been around for some time, but you have the antiquated 1 ounce silver high relief Bitcoin model. This is definitely limited mint of 5,000. Definitely artwork, and getting in when these cryptocurrencies and things are not taking over the currency system as of yet. Being able to give this to either yourself or your children or your great grandchildren and say, you know what? I remember when it used to be physical cash, right? Before something called Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of these cryptocurrencies came into play. This is what we used to have. And then you can also show them that you accumulated Bitcoin, even in a tangible form, not just physical form, through silver before Bitcoin was officially adopted, which, when I say official, it's already here, right? It's not an adoption, but officially every household is going to know about Bitcoin. Everywhere on the globe, everywhere in the world, whether you have it in your portfolio or not, it's going to be a common household name. And you can get that token of appreciation while it's available. You also have 40 ounce silver. People, this is under $7. So it's really no excuse at all except shifting your mindset and getting a financial education as to why you cannot, again, strive and thrive in this financial system reset. As Zig Ziglar says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Right? You do not have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And so visit the website. You also have troy ounces of silver under $40 as well. And this is Scottsdale silver, right? The top of the line is very extremely affordable if you're looking to collect gold. Extremely affordable, and the design itself is just beautiful, right? Gold also brings in a frequency that's close related to God. It is something that the rich and wealthy, and tangible silver as well, is something that the rich and wealthy know. That's why in India and places like this, they always collect and keep gold within the family heritage, specifically 24 karat gold. And people, let me say this: network marketing is better than a job. Network marketing is better than a job because you're leveraging other people, right? And the famous quote, I know I always say John D. Rockefeller says this, but there was a billionaire, right, that said this before John D. Rockefeller, right? And let me put it, is it J. Paul Getty? I think so. He said, I'd rather have 1%. This is the mindset, right? That you, from now on, I highly suggest that you have. Yep, yes, J. Paul Getty. I would rather have 1% of 100 people money, right? Or effort rather than 100% of my own. And when you have a job, that's 100% of your effort. Again, I'm not against a job. I still have a job, right? And I'm my insurance. Once I get ready to tell my health story publicly, last month I've been having getting my health together, having a lot of doctor's appointment week to week. Only people close in my circle knew about this. And publicly, I'll get ready to live stream about it, but I'm not right now until I've gotten all of my treatments and things underway. I only have 3 more left. But for the month of March, I was getting treatments every week and still dealing with people network marketing questions. I never skipped a beat. And my job insurance was a big benefactor and it not hitting me hard financially. And that's not the only reason why, I'm thankful for a job. Thankful, but not satisfied. I'll say it that way. J. Paul Getty, I'd rather have 1% effort of 100 men than 100% of my own. People, I need you to ingrain this in your mind. 1%. This is how the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, right? This is how Henry Ford building the assembly line. I also went back and I watched the movie again, the Madam C.J. Walker. And one of the things that stood out in that movie, because I watch movies for business knowledge and education. And when she was trying to get investors to come and look at her warehouse to expansion, because she had a global vision, and she became a self-made multimillionaire in a depression. And actually, depressions and dips are the best time to get rich because you're getting assets at extremely affordable price, right? This is why I want you all to tap into the $1,100 training, living a legacy, not just leaving a legacy. Many times we talk about leaving a legacy through index universal life insurance or term life insurance, or whole life, whatever you want to call it. But oftentimes we don't get enough knowledge about living a legacy. Living a legacy, because wealthy people brag on how much money that they make off of leverage and not labor. Right? Wealthy people brag on how much money that they make from leverage and not labor. Oh, and I did a thing today. I cut my nails. I cut my nails down. So they're average. Not that I'm average, but my nails are average. And it wasn't an inconvenience for me. It was 6 years of growth. But I cut it down because I felt like I was attracting the wrong type of people to me, that would ask, I think, very unintelligent questions in reference to my nails. And I just got tired of attracting those people and answering those type of questions. So I didn't do it for me per se, but I did do it for me per se. Now, the only part that I'm probably a little regretful about, because there were people that I attracted that had good spirits, had great questions, that really looked at my nail growth as artwork. They were very open-minded, and they didn't ask, what I call insanely stupid questions like, how do you wipe your butt? Just, stupid, but, I don't know. I wouldn't ask anybody that question, even if I was just inquisitive. That's a very personal question to ask. But, I got those questions, and you know what? I was like, I need a break. But I did get a lot of compliments in the Caribbean or Dominican Republican, especially from the Caribbean men, that my nails were very beautiful. They appreciated the curl. They didn't think they were claws or creepy like some Americans do, because it's just the natural way nails grow when they grow long naturally. And I made this statement on my live stream earlier this morning. We are just entering a world where people are so used to fake that when they see something real and authentic, for them that's unnormal, right? They don't ask Cardi B why are her nail long, or these other female rappers. or even women with long artificial acrylic nails probably don't get the questions I got about my real nails, right? And so, when I have my crochet braids in and my weave, I get more questions when I wear my hair like this natural than I do about my weave. And so we're just living in a world where people are so accustomed to fake, even fake cash and fake money, that when you are real and you're talking about real money and how things just happen in nature, um, they can't grasp that mentally around their mind, right? And so another thing for those who are in the crypto mining space with me, let me log in real quick. There is a new project that's released that's called DCM. If you definitely want to get into crypto mining is not the same as buying cryptocurrency outright. Also, this is back in stock before I get on the crypto part. The Muhammad Ali, let me find that. It sold out very quick. Oh, you are. I'm definitely getting this. King Tut. I'm getting these as we speak. I'm getting the King Tut because, again, I love silver and I love the artwork piece. Again, you go to Queen of Coins Silver. If you want to earn residual income from just sharing silver with people, which is God's money, God's wealth, to help people not lose their purchasing power of their money, their dollar, as we are approaching a financial system reset, just select the option to become a wealth ambassador, and then put your wealth on autopilot, right? That's the purpose of, if you ever read the book, The Automatic Millionaire, it talks about putting your wealth on autopilot, so you don't have to make conscious decision. You become wealthy subconsciously. And again, I believe everyone should have residual income where you're not trading your time for money all the time, that you are sharing opportunities to help people prepare to strive and thrive as we are starting in July, will embrace and embark a new economic system. You can also get your gold on Auto Wealth, right? Very affordable. It is, a gram of gold. I would like people to get more than a gram. However, with economic prices and things increasing, I, try to definitely put that in consideration. Um, you know, Whatever your budget may be, but whatever it is, you need to start somewhere. So you have King Tut, because honestly, if you're just now starting, you're already late, right? If you don't have a plan that you're making, your money is growing every day. If it's just sitting in an IRA, if it's just sitting in a pension or a 401k that looks like a 201k, you're not going to financially survive and thrive during this economic reset. You also have the Australia silver wedge tail eagle, just beautiful artwork that you can put on auto ship, auto wealth every month, so you can force yourself to have a plan that you're not just making money daily through income producing assets, but you also have the opportunity and the choice and the options to get crypto accumulated on a daily basis, not just what you can afford, because it's very difficult to budget when you have inflation increasing. People, it's not a matter of if this economy is going to crash. It's just a matter of when will it happen. Like, the writing is on the wall, right? Ray Charles can see this if he was still alive. May he rest in power. But I'm pretty sure Stevie Wonder can see this because he is still alive. And unfortunately, some people have sight, but they don't have vision, right? You have to have sight. There's nothing about the economy, in my opinion, that has improved. And I'm going to share some articles with you to to prove that, to back that. And so this DCM project, this begins on the 22nd of this month, and it will allow you to mine Bitcoin in a very eco-friendly type of way. Now, anyone that knows about cryptocurrency and mining, they know the number one problem, number one issue with Bitcoin is that it consumes and uses too much electricity. And this is why the government is fighting it. They're like, it consumes too much of our electricity. It is not carbon credit. It's not environmentally friendly. And they're looking for environmentally friendly things. Allison says, good evening, Queen. My travels were relaxing. Wow. I've been to Jamaica before as well. Jamaica is very, very nice. Thank you so much. And glad you had safe travels as well. So now we have automakers that are actually pausing this. Let's get into the inflation of what's going on in this real world economy. Factory lines to keep the inventory low and prices high. So we have Amazon workers that are being laid off right now. We have factory vehicle workers who more than likely are getting limited hours, because if the factory lines are pausing, the inventory is getting low, then that's affecting the factory workers. Now, the person that told me that gas prices, this is just the 3rd of May. We haven't even given a month of May the opportunity to develop and see how really high gas prices is going to start going and shifting this month. Talks about diesel prices, but the reason why diesel prices are low right now is because there's no shipping going on. It's not much shipping of produce, products, or services. No vehicles. Automakers are slowing down the vehicle production. So no vehicle shipment. The economy is beginning to get at a halt and a standstill. Things are happening in the agricultural world where farmers right now have less agriculture to put out. And that's why diesel prices are low, because of supply and demand. Right. My other article that I want to share with you all to keep you informed is that China's war on the dollar is really about ruling the world. I've been telling you all that and informing you all that. And the huge problem for America right now is handling of China spy flight. This whole thing with China and its alignment with these BRICS nations, which include, again, Brazil, Russia, India. Right? I talked about India. I met an Indian man. He talked about 24 karat gold. Indians understand the wealth concept of gold. 24 karat, not 14K. China and South Africa, and also Saudi Arabia. And it would devastate the United States economy, right? And this will empower India. So this is called the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. Now, of course, getting India and South Africa is very smart because of their commodities. Anything that God can create and government cannot is wealth, point blank and period. Anything that's intellectual property, like artwork, fine pieces of artwork, is wealth. It's a millionaire inside of you, as I always quote, sometimes, not always, Revelation, right? Revelation 2:9. Let me pull that up for you, which equals 11. And whether you want to tap into that, that's your decision. It's not just going to, because you are your most precious commodity ever made. You are God's most elaborate artwork ever created. And whether you want to tap into your wealthy place, that's a conscious decision, because I've always said you are co-creators with Christ, just point blank. Whether you want to tap into your wealthy place, that's your decision. Good evening to you as well. I think Amoon Bay. Amoon, good evening to you. Revelation 2 and 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. I know thy works and tribulation and your poverty, but put it right there. But you are rich. Like poverty is a choice, just like being rich is a choice. It's a choice. Most people choose to be paycheck to paycheck because people either they say, well, I don't understand, I don't know. Well, it's too much free information. It's too much people like myself that give you all the financial knowledge and information that you need. That excuse is old, it's gone out of the window. And speaking of supply and demand, right? Like if your money is just sitting in the bank, it's not making money anyway. You have unemployed cash sitting up somewhere that could be preparing you and helping you position for this greatest wealth transfer in human experience. And you are afraid. That's a mental block to make a decision. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that tell me things like, I've been following you for years and they don't even have silver on auto ship, and that's under $40 a month for 1 ounce of silver. People, it is ideas, information, and sometimes innovation plus implementation that matters. That was the whole concept of Matthew 25 in the Bible, the parable of talents. The one that had 5 talents, the Bible says immediately, I could just put immediate implementation, immediately went to work. The one that had 2 talents, the word immediate was not connected, but it said the one that had 2 talents went and made 2 more. But the servant that had the same opportunity, everyone according to your gifts and talents, that's Bible, right? Everyone is given money according to their finances, according to their gifts and talents. So the one that had 1 talent, 1 skill set, they received 1 ounce or 1 golden token. Money. This is not talking about your talent as far as your skills or your gift. No, this is an investment. Education is provided right in the Bible. And the one that had 5 talents immediately brought 5 more talents. He said, listen, Lord, you gave me 5 talents. I have gained 5 more. That person 5x their money, multiplied. And you know what the Lord said? He said, well done. You are good and you are faithful. And because you've done this with very little, very few, I will make you ruler over many. This is just the rules and the laws of the universe. If you don't multiply what you have on whatever scale or level, and I'm talking about money-wise, not just your mindset, not just your skill set, your money should always be working for you, right? The 2 talents said, Lord, I delivered unto you 2 more. And he said unto him again, well done, right? You're good and you're faithful. And because you have been faithful over little, over a few things, you're going to rule over many. You want to have more, you have to multiply the little you have. This is also the lesson taught and the boy with the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread. Be thankful for what you have and multiply what you have. And then the one that had 1, the least, came up with an excuse. This is hard. And I knew you was hard, Lord. You're a hard person to work for and to work under. And learning crypto is hard. It's just easy for me to stay in my comfort zone. Actually, learning crypto really is not hard, right? All you got to do is say, hey, all I know is I have my money in something and it's making money for me every day around the clock when I do crypto mining. I don't know all the intricate details, right? We don't know all the intricate details of how our vehicles work when we get in them. We know if we have gas, oil, and water and push the get start button, it would crank up and it would take us to our destination. All you got to know is that it works. And he said, I knew you was a hard person, right? Gave excuses. It's time to erase excuses, people, and start executing. And he said, you reap where you have not sown. That's an investment principle in the Bible alone. That you are supposed to reap places that you have not sown. See, when you exchange your time for money, you give time. You sow your time. So in return, you get a paycheck. You can be a multimillionaire and a millionaire, right? Even if you have a paycheck. If you strategize and put your money into cash flow income producing assets that pay you out daily and not monthly. And then you have to understand the power of compounding interest on that money, right? And he said, then you gather where you have not strawed. And I was afraid. Fear, this is why I said a lot of you all need personal development. Fear keeps people from getting out of poverty. So I went and hid your money in the earth. And look, I'm giving you back what's yours. And the Lord said, now you are wicked and you are slothful. He didn't say you're good and you're faithful, did he? Say you're wicked for not multiplying your money. And you're slothful. Some people, I've been following you for years. You haven't done anything. So you're slothful. According to the Bible says wicked too. It says, you know, I reap where I have not sown, and I gather where I have not strawed. And you could at least put my money to the exchanges. And then when I come back, I could have received my own with interest. So take from the one, which is very biblical. The Bible says, man that don't work, does not eat. The government does just the opposite. The people that do the least amount of work, they want to reward them with government assistance. Because that's very profitable for them. But he says, take from the one that has the least amount and give it to the one that knows, the one that has 10. Because everyone that have shall be given more. That's how it works. And then it adds that you shall have abundance. I don't understand how people read the Bible and walk in poverty. I don't understand that. The Bible is nothing about poverty. Very little illustrations of poverty are mentioned in the Bible. Very little, but a whole lot about increasing yourself mentally and financially is in the Bible. Job went from very rich to poor, lost everything he had, and God still rewarded him more at the end. That you may have life and have it more abundantly. That scripture does not say in the afterlife. Then he says, okay, the unprofitable person, this is what you're going to have hell on earth. You're going to be into outer darkness where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. It did not say when you die, you're going to be sentenced to hell. And it said you're going to have hell on earth. And this is why poverty is the biggest, I think, hell on earth experience people have, because it's a biblical condemnation. That's the Bible. Maybe one day you can explain to me about the NFT platform that you recommend. It's not really an NFT. They can turn into NFT once you have a full-fledged license. I'm going to make a short overview of that tonight. I'm just getting back from traveling, so I have to unpack and do some things. But I'm tired, so I'm going to rest and relax. I'm traveling. And the U.S. crude oil dips below a 5-year average. Energy demand fell off a cliff. Again, this is financial literacy 101. It's all about supply and demand. So you want to look at things that are low supply that will be used, right, in the economic reset. Do you think crude oil is going to go away anytime soon? Because total amount of crude oil and storage declined by 1.3 million barrels per day over the last 7 days. I want you all to put 7 in the comment section, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. I'm doing my Stevie Wonder thing because I'm a little tired. 7 is the number of divine transition. In the Bible, the 7th day God rested, he reset, he banked. That word translate into bankrupt. The rest is not like me saying right now, I want to just lay down and rest. No, like take a quick nap. No, that means after the 6 days, everything was finished. The 7th day, because if you look at Genesis 1:1, it says there was darkness and void upon the earth, right? The earth was full of darkness and void, and the Spirit of God hovered, right, and moved upon the earth. So that 7th day, after everything was finished, he said, okay, now from the first day to the 7th day, this is divine transition. This is the beginning of something new. I don't know what the old earth looked like, but it was something before Genesis 1:1. I can tell you that. So day 7 began a divine transition. That's why bankruptcy on credit reports after 7 years, right? They transition or they can go away legally. You can get it did before then, but by law, if you don't know the credit reporting laws and you don't know how to dispute it, it's going to last on your credit report for to 7 years because that's bankrupt, that's reset. And then after 7 years, it will reset itself where you can start anew again. And so that's what the number 7 means. Some people say the number 7 means divine transition. I mean, not means completeness, but no, it tells you specifically in the Bible that by the 6th day, everything was finished. It was complete. 6 is the number of man. 6 is the number of completion. And 6 is also the number of talent or gold that King Solomon, which was the richest man in the Bible, right? King Solomon, the richest man in the Bible, received for his knowledge. And King Solomon had a continuity cash flow system. The specific number of King Solomon of gold talents that were brought to him was 666. This is in 1 Kings chapter 10 and 2 Chronicles 9 and 13. The amount of gold that King Solomon received each year is 666 talent. Now, most people call this the mark of the beast, which if you look at the 6th day, while beast and man was created on the same day, that's not talking about beasts in nature, like wild animals like lions and tigers or bears. That's talking about the pituitary gland and your pineal gland. If you listen to sports, which I'm about to watch as I unpack, sports reference that when someone is playing at their highest ultimate level subconsciously and they are dominating, that they are in beast mode. They've tapped into another part of their brain and their systematic way of thinking at that certain time. That's why it's called beast mode, right? And so with this, the number 666 also represents a financial transfer. It represents an elevation also of domination, right? And it represents a completion of things. Solomon loved gold more than women. This is 2 Kings chapter 10 and 14 quote. And the gold, the weight of the gold that came to Solomon yearly was 666 talents. Now, if that's evil, why did the richest man in the Bible accept that much directly? If that's an evil number. So, I want you to question everything that you've been taught that was bad, because that's what's holding your millionaire mindset from elevating. Right. And so with that being said, let's go into these cryptocurrencies real quick. And so you have the shortage of crude oil. This is called BGLD, black gold. It's up 3.87%. That's going on. Again, 1.3 million barrels cut a day. So the things you want to look at are things that are real commodities and God's wealth to convert your cash in. And so you have that's up 3.8%. You can accumulate those on a daily basis, 24/7. And then you decide, when this will or when you want to liquidate. You have complete control of the liquidation process. You don't have to, there's no gimmicks or tricks or, some people was in some type of thing that was supposed to grow their money and they couldn't ever get the money out. It's not like this. You own this wallet. You have the security keys. You have the seed phrases to it to access it. You are the owner, right? You also have liquid gold that's linked to real gold, meaning that you can accumulate the tokens and then request for the physical gram of gold in return, right? So you're mining through digital software and you're getting these gains 24/7, 365 a year. If you purchase a license, which is a minimum of 10 years of generational wealth, being accumulated and given to you, then you can definitely list these on OpenSea to be sold as an NFT if that's your choice. Now, most people decide to just keep the money working for them 24/7, 365. But some people do list their license to sell. And then if you sell it, whoever you sell it to now gets the benefits of continuity cash flow through crypto and daily liquidation and accumulation of these coins. You have the DET wallet that's decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology. All of these cryptos are connected to DET. This is like the Ethereum and BNB of this technology. You have natural gas as well, where there's black gold or Texas tea or crude oil, there is natural gas. You have Grow. It's some great news about Grow. Let's see. I want to keep this live stream short. But with Grow right now, many people are addicted to prescription drugs. And you can accumulate the Grow tokens and get these. I have some videos I can show you. Kush cubes, or you can purchase Kush cubes with the Grow token, which is medical alternatives through. Please verify your. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put my real birthday on there. Kush cubes, right? Which is a purist. They have pineapple, strawberry, orange cream, pina colada, sour watermelon fruit punch, and hemp, right? Where people want medical purist forms, ways of getting medicated from the earth. The Bible also states that you have the herbs for the healing of the land. In fact, Adam and Eve were on a vegetarian diet, right? And then you have what's called the XPLR. That's the satellite technology that you can invest in. I know it sounds like XRP, but it's XPLR, which is the satellite technology that you can invest in. And what this technology does, it's a scanning technology powered by DETBots. Again, that DET is an acronym for Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology. This is scanning area in Ghana, West Africa. This is how the scan technology works. And it has space in space. And it works with Google Space and Google Earth. And this is the black gold. This is, again, the future of all exploration in a very eco-friendly way, where it's combining with companies that are independent energy companies that uses this technology that I just showed you, right? And this is a Nevada field that is scanned. And they've just partnered with some more areas and expanded this oil ran or drilling program as well. And they acquire more wells to drill. It's less waste, the ability to attract new liquidity. So it's an opportunity that many people don't, know about. I feel I don't think it's enough people that's understanding the power of having crypto commodities and digital software. So this crude oil or black gold, it launched November 2021. It started at the price of 0.0000, one under a penny, and the price increased over 120,000% when crude oil went to its all-time high last summer in June. And the people that were license holders, within a 10 months time, it made over 100 millionaires. So right now, Nebraska is 50 million barrels in reserve. Nevada is 400 million barrels in reserve. And the number 11 is right here, 11 sites in Nebraska, 3 in Ghana, and multiple sites in Texas. So multiple sites, multiple wells, and this is showing the reserve percentage. So you get the royalties from these oil as well. That's another income stream that comes with mining these tokens. Again, it started out really, really low. This is what you want to do. You want to get in as the prices are low and accumulate as much as you can at groundbreaking prices. When you want to get in when it's really 0.0000, when it's not even on anyone's recorded scale, and you just want to sit back and accumulate until it reaches the appreciation price that you are pleased with, and then you liquidate. And hopefully, I hope that you will convert it into some other tangible asset like real estate, or maybe even acquiring more Bitcoin, because at $29,000 of Bitcoin right now, most people don't have enough money to accumulate enough Bitcoin. So you take the little money that you have. This is what I talk about, Matthew 25, as the Fed raised interest rates some more basis point, 0.25% today. So again, it's not a matter of if we're going to have economic reset. It's just a matter of when is this bubble going to burst, right? And so now you have grow, how you're the agriculture. Again, you can get those Kush cues with grow, but it's also just plant-based medication. That's all it is. And you might say, well, I prefer to take prescription drugs, and that's your choice, right? But you're going to have to, somebody, if you get ill or sick, you're going to have treatment. You're going to have treatment, right? And so with that being said, I do have a short video on Grow that I can show you, so you can see the actual place that the partnership is done with. Grow also includes soybeans, cocoa beans, rice, other commodities as well, not just, give me a second, not just, natural healing based medicine. I showed you about XPLR. We also have aluminum consume. You want to get things that you use on a daily basis and consume on a daily basis. You got beverage. Those are anything from beer to wine to water, energy drinks, all supported on the beverage industry. Drip is just water-based, providing clean water and energy throughout the world, even for farming and agriculture. And this new project, DCM, that will begin mining on the 22nd of this month. Let's see. Let's find it. Let's see if it's going to show up in the back office. I don't see it showing up. And I just got into this. This is showing like what was mined within the last 24 hours, because the USD dollar amount does fluctuate. It could be more or less on any given day. right? That's called capital gains profit. But I don't see the new one. I'll just show you a short video clip of how you can actually acquire proof of work like Bitcoin and Solana and those type of altcoin mining through this project called DCM Mining. And let me share that with you real quick. You can text CC to the number at the bottom of the screen if you are ready to go ahead and get started and converting your cash into cash flowing crypto commodity project backed by real world commodities. So let's hit play.
Hey guys, Travis Flaherty here, IX Debt Ambassador, and I am here in Punta Cana with two of our Debt Council members. We have Shad Brannon here, and we also have Roy Nelson. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks, Travis.
So I understand that we just introduced a brand new license, and I couldn't be more excited about it. So DCM, Data Center Mining, is the new token that came out. So talk to me a little bit about why this is so special and the problem that this is tackling.
So at the heart of what we do is we're trying to bring physical, tangible assets together with the potential upside of digital currency. And so obviously the one that started it all was Bitcoin. But mining Bitcoin has become big business. And not a lot of people can get over that threshold, that barrier of entry, because buying ASIC chip miners are very expensive. You have to have them hosted somewhere. You have to have energy to run them. And so there's a lot of logistics that are involved. So what we're trying to do is bring it to our DebtBox members and allow them to be able to have a taste of Bitcoin mining and altcoin mining, but through the DebtBox process.
Wow, that's outstanding. Now, Roy, I understand that this complements natural gas, so these kind of go hand in hand with each other. So tell me a little bit about that and what makes this so special in your mind.
So the beauty is that we've already got BGLD and NatG. Most oil wells actually produce gas. Most of the time, that gas is not in a sufficient amount that it can be put onto a pipeline because the cost of the pipeline to put in is too high. And so where the beauty of this is, where we would normally flare that off and burn that off, we're going to actually consume that and generate power through that natural gas to run this. And the name of the game when you're doing crypto mining, right, is the cheaper the power, the better the game. And so that power being super cheap because it's going to be burnt off and flared off anyway, being able to take advantage of that really provides kind of that crossover mesh that we're trying to accomplish in the ecosystem where we have projects that complement projects that complement projects.
And is it fair to say that there's nobody else that really has the infrastructure or the ability, because of the cost that you were talking about, there's nobody else that has the ability to be able to do something like this?
There are a handful of large Bitcoin mining companies. One, for instance, is TeraWulf, who just did a deal with the state of Pennsylvania for their excess nuclear energy. So at that level, there are some people that are trying to approach this and tackle this, but they're very private, and they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on a data mining center powered by nuclear energy. For us, natural gas is natural, so this is green mining. So we're not adding to the putting carbon into the ozone. We're actually taking it out. As Roy said, because of the flaring, that energy would naturally be lost. Now we're harnessing that and we're turning it into a revenue stream for the DebtBox.
Wow. Well, there you have it. You can read all about the new project DCM at thedebtbox.com. Take a look at the light papers. This is one that you do not want to miss.
So that one is on, again, the new project to where natural gas usually will be just burnt off or flared away. They're mining Bitcoin now. They're going to use their natural gas to mine Bitcoin. That's a game changer. People, you're able to accumulate Bitcoin and altcoins and even Solana. Anything that's proof of work, right? Anything that's proof of work. That's a game changer. Now you can get that license at a $2,400 discount. It begins mining the 22nd of this week. If you get started now, you can get it at a discounted. If you want the long-term license, which means I was watching Whitney Houston as well, the Whitney Houston story. Have you all heard Whitney Houston when she said in perpetuity to the universe, right? When she negotiated her contract with Clive Davis, it was in perpetuity to the universe. And when she told her daughter, Bobby Christina, that she loved her, this is some things that Michael Jordan, when you watch the Michael Jordan story, his mother negotiated for him royalty income from Nike, right? In perpetuity. Watch the Whitney Houston story. Watch Madam C.J. Walker. Watch the story of McDonald's to learn business lesson in perpetuity. These are financial leadership terminology you need to get familiar with, and you need to add into your life, into your repertoire. As we have oil and gas demand going on. So why would you not have cryptocurrencies that's backed or linked by oil and gas demand? Right. The declining of oil, again, in 7 days, 1.2 million, right, barrels a day have been cut off. The supply has been short. Fuel commodities remain at profitable prices right now, while you can collect and get these in on at a very very extremely affordable price. I hear some things about Grow, also about that Grow crypto. I would definitely take my retirement right now in my own hands, my 401k, my pension, my IRA, and just position yourself for this wealth transfer.
And my growers that work with me, some of them have different styles of growing. So we won't get into that, but they all are very knowledgeable and have years of experience and degrees under their belts to ensure we get the best products. Lighting, we use some of the best lighting in the industry. We use UV lighting, first of all, to keep the building clean. So we run UV lighting daily rotations in the building to ensure that we adhere to FDA regulations. You know, we want to be as clean as possible. It's about producing the best, cleanest medicine that I can for Colorado patients. Some of the muzzlers that were produced off of this are doing pretty well. We'll take a sneak peek in here. We don't normally open it up when there's folks that are in the building, except myself or my growers. But that's just a real quick peek. These are about 10 days. So these have been going about 10 days, and about another 6 days, we're going to repot them and move them into the vegetation room. A lot of the systems that we have in place to ensure safety of the plants is automation, right? Use the technology that we have available today. Some of the best things that we have are humidifiers that register the humidity in the room and will adjust the fan speeds and fans in those rooms. And the lighting, they adjust themselves. So instead of having to be hands-on every single thing, I have sensors and things in place to optimize the perfect lighting situation. This is some of our stuff that's getting ready to crop here in 10 days. So this is coming up. This one here is a Gary Payton. So if you want to take a look at these ones here, and this is what we like to call a sea of green. You can step around and probably get a little better photo of his over here on this side. This here is Gary Payton. It'll start turning a nice dark purple color as it starts to mature a little bit more. As you can see, they're starting to look really nice for us. And again, some of the automation that we use to ensure that our temperatures and everything stay exactly where we need to be. Alarms are set off. I get alerts to my phone, along with data. So we're able to save that data up to 90 days to help us, improve our productivity. And if you notice, we put them into like little clothing trends. And my growers that work with me, some of them have different styles of growing. So we won't get into that, but they all are very knowledgeable and have years of experience and degrees under their belts to ensure we get the best products. Lighting, we use some of the best lighting in the industry. We use UV lighting, first of all, to keep the building clean. So we run UV lighting daily rotations in the building to ensure that we adhere to FDA regulations. We want to be as clean as possible. It's about producing the best, cleanest medicine that I can for Colorado patients.
So that was the physical dispensary in Colorado. All right, we will do a visit on this site visit as well. That's the Grow Hyonic Agriculture, medical herbs for the healing and everything with that. So I'm logging off, you all, and I hope you have a great night. You want to go ahead and get started? Text CC 331-444-5556. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up, and thank you all for coming in and participating. Let's get ready and position and prepare. According to Joshua 1:11, prepare your provisions, right, for the greatest wealth transfer in human history. Queen out.